guys, it's me, FiveM, Punk3, back to another live stream. Today, hold on. Hold up. What the hell? Mic check.
10-2.
10-4. Alright, so let's check stream chat real fast, guys. Let's go to my Twitch. Okay, live dashboard. Restream. Let's try. Done. Exit out of that.
I'm gonna start pulling them into training.
Once you're in there,
I mean, it did
the
sound
other
like
heads.
Iraq over here, so.
and then
it was more than
up on your arrow keys.
Hey man, are we
so
allowed to
you're at
use this
the very
wasteland?
last one.
Oh shit!
No.
Then just scroll
What?
up until you
Why
get to
not,
the
dog?
299th
Yeah,
one.
dog.
Crib.
Yeah,
Nine two three. Please put brackets around your call sign.
Consuming pop culture.
Yo, where do we go when we get in Server 2?
Fort Zancudo. It should be at the very left bottom of the map. It's the
Fort Zancudo, isn't it?
yes. Also, anyone know what car supposed to drive? I forgot.
It's Sheriff 24.
Thank you.
No problem.
Wait, so we're going to Fort Zancudo, correct?
Correct.
10-4.
Where are we meeting in Fort Zancudo?
We're in a hangar. You'll see it. There's a bunch of officers in front of us, and then you'll see two sheriff cruisers parked behind a white line inside the hangar.
I think there's a helicopter above it too. Anyone know where on the map Fort Zancudo is? I forgot.
It's like on the left above the swamp.
Like all the way on the bottom of the left, or? Okay, so.
F2 is for the light bar.
Q.
Oh, Q. I don't think my light bar's shiny enough.
That's just a visual glitch.
Anyone have any questions before we start?
No, sir.
No,
Any
sir.
questions? Like uniform, vehicles at all?
No, sir.
Alright. Hey, just get out of your car. Stand at attention in front of them. In front of the Rambo. There you go.
Okay. Let's check chat real quick. It's not working? No, it's working. Okay, good.
Alright everyone, in Cooper, I need you to fix your call sign please, so you're not, like
I've already did it.
that.
I can help.
Like, I can just disconnect and reconnect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so, my name is Staff Sergeant Alexander. We have Shay, who is a Master Sergeant. We also have T. Savage, who is a brand new Sergeant today. And we have A. Doe, which is a Senior Corporal. So we are all going to be your trainers today. I'm leading this training. So remember about PTS, and we should be fine. We're going to have fun this training, and we're going to learn a whole bunch. So just stick tight with us, and we'll get started with you in just a minute. But yeah, you're all lined up perfectly. You're looking great.
Snappy.
Looking snappy. Okay. So, all right. So we're gonna get started in just a minute, and then everything will kick off, and we'll hopefully get a great training in. So just sit tight, real quick.
Alright, everyone. I'm Sergeant T. Savage. We're gonna start going over loadouts. So to get your loadout, you can do /on duty. It's gonna be one word. And it's gonna give you multiple weapons that you will be using throughout your patrol. One of them is gonna be your Glock. It's gonna be standard issue. Another one, it's gonna be your taser, stun gun. Another one is gonna be an AR, which you can receive in your vehicle, as well as a Remington pump shotgun. For your melee weapons, you're gonna be receiving a nightstick and your fists. And you're also gonna be getting a flashlight. Can anyone tell me where your rack is located in your vehicle using PTS?
PTS.
PTS 807.
807?
It is located in the back of your vehicle, or yeah, it's located in your trunk or the back of your vehicle, correct? Or
So technically, yes. So in game, you're gonna grab your AR and your pump shotgun in the back of your vehicle due to the game scripts. However, they are gonna be located in between your passenger and driver's seats, so where your console is. So to receive both the AR and the shotgun, you can go around to the back of your vehicle, grab it from your trunk, or you can grab it from your driver's side door, I believe. Now that we've gone over your loadout and what you have on you at all times during your patrol, we're gonna go over use of force. Could I get an FTA over here? Alrighty, so there's gonna be 3 types of force. Anyone using PTS, could you tell me what they are?
PTS 807.
807?
Less than lethal, non-lethal, and lethal.
Yes, sir. So it's giving me lethal, non-lethal, less than lethal. Could anyone tell me what weapons, or what would be included in non-lethal?
913.
PTS.
PTS 807.
913.
A taser and a baton nightstick.
No.
PTS 807.
807.
That would be your cuffs.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be your cuffs. You're gonna have 2 cuffs on you at all times. So if you get into a situation where you got more than 2 people, you're gonna have to call in for an additional unit to come to your aid, because you cannot be cuffing more than 2 people at a time. So an example of how to use your cuffs, I'm gonna show you right now. So if you're in a situation where you're gonna have to detain or arrest someone, you're gonna tell them to get on their knees. Well, you don't really have to do that. Shay, can you stand up? Alrighty, so if you have a situation where you're gonna have to detain a suspect or arrest someone, you're gonna demand them to keep their hands up, and then you're gonna go in for cuffs. Now this isn't gonna hurt anyone, no harm done. You're just gonna go in and cuff the suspect. Cuffs aren't working right now. So then, after you're done detaining the suspect, you can go ahead and uncuff him. No harm done, he can go ahead and walk away, do what he wants. That's gonna be non-lethal. You can access your cuffs by hitting the tilde key, which is the key to the left of your 1 key.
The squiggly line.
Yep, and that's gonna open up a bunch of toolboxes. So you're gonna go into police toolbox and then you'll see cuff player, uncuff player. Can anyone tell me what less than lethal
BTS 807.
807?
That would be your taser and your baton.
Yes, sir. So both of these weapons are gonna require a procedure before utilizing them. So for instance, the suspect, I'm gonna use my taser for this one. The suspect is moving towards me. I'm telling him, stop moving, stop moving. So what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna tase you, I'm gonna tase you, I'm gonna tase you. Taser, taser, taser. Taser deployed. Now in this case, the suspect wasn't stopping, he wasn't listening to anything that I was saying. So you're gonna have to give 3 warnings before using your taser. You're gonna say that in game. When you deploy your taser, you're gonna say that into RTO that you have deployed your taser. The next weapon for less than lethal is gonna be your baton. So if this suspect comes at me and he's not stopping, not listening to me, I'm gonna give him 3 warnings. I'm gonna strike you. I'm gonna strike you. I'm gonna strike you. Strike, strike, strike. And then you're gonna hit him. Now, as you can see, I didn't hit him that first time. I don't want to see you guys go ahead and just swinging this in the air like nothing. You're gonna have to continue saying that you're gonna strike him. At this point, he would be knocked out on the ground. And at that point, you can knock away the weapon that he has in his hand, if he has any. And if he gets up, you can tell him to demand his hands up. And then you can go in for cuffs. Use your non-lethal.
If you don't mind me interfering.
Yep.
So, as you can see, he whacked me once in the head, but I'm still up. Whenever you whack someone with a baton, they'll get so close to killing them that they won't actually have any health in their health bar. They'll just be on 1 sliver. So you will have to smack them twice. Savage, if you may. As you can see, I'm down on the ground. I'm dead, but I mean, let's be realistic. I would not be dead if I was whacked in the chest with a baton. So at this point, you'd want to either revive them or revive them once you pick them up, because, you know, I just got whacked with a baton. I wasn't shot.
Yeah, at this point when he's down on the ground, you'd go in for cuffs, cuff him, and then technically revive him. Or you could revive him and ask him to put his hands up and put the cuffs on him. Are there any questions regarding less than lethal? I'll go over that one other thing too.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so you can see how he just took the hits and there was nothing to it. So one thing to show you, if we were in an altercation where I couldn't get my baton out or my taser and we were fist fighting, you can spam your space bar
Or hold it down.
or hold it down and you can dodge it as he will show you. And then you can go in for the hit. Now this isn't a race, so you want to take your time with this because they could be doing the same thing to you. Just wait for them to throw the first blow, and then you can go ahead and do that. Are there any questions? Okay, so now we're gonna go over lethal force. Could anyone tell me the 3 things that
PTS
are required?
807.
1, 2, 3.
807?
That would be your pistol, your pump shotgun, and your AR.
Yes, sir. So there are also 3 things required to use lethal force. Does anyone know what they are?
Oh,
913 PTS.
PTS 807.
913.
Suspect has a weapon, suspect has fired a weapon, and suspect is fleeing or eluding police, a felony of failing or evading police, or once warrants.
No.
PTS
Sort
807.
of, but 807.
That would be a intent, capability, and I'm sorry, I can't remember the third one.
Real close. So it's gonna be, they must have the opportunity to use lethal against you, the capability, and the intent. All 3 of these criteria must be boxed, and then only then will lethal be authorized. So as you can see here, the suspect has his, I think he has his weapon. Yeah, you have your weapon out. Now he has the capability and the opportunity to use lethal, but he does not have the intent because it's not pointed at me. At this point, what you're gonna wanna do is have your weapon out. You're gonna wanna match his lethality. Now, if the suspect points a gun at you, then you can go ahead and shoot him
No one's
because
started
he
the train yet,
marks all
surprisingly.
3 of those. Now, see how he didn't die and he got back up. So what you're gonna do in this instance is you're gonna keep your gun pointed at him and you're gonna demand him to drop the weapon and put his hands up and turn around and start walking back towards you.
If I can intrude, Mr. Savage.
Go ahead.
So, in regards to what he said about getting a suspect down, imagine me, I'm the civ, was actually a cop, and then Officer Savage here was a civilian. If he was pointing a gun at me, Savage.
I'm doing it, you might be lagging.
You had a spider on your foot. Okay, yeah, you're lagging. I'm just new to Alexander. Alright, so if Alexander here was pointing a gun at me, and I had a pistol because I'm a cop, I wouldn't just shoot him once because I did not eliminate the threat. Instead, I would go like this. He's dead on the ground. Once I see that my crosshair, that he's actually dead on the ground like this, is when I should stop shooting him. This is the point where I've eliminated the threat. He can no longer stand up. He can no longer get up, and he has no action or way to actually get his gun and harm me in any way. Whenever you're in a situation where you have to shoot somebody, always do this. Do not just shoot them once because they can get back up and then they can just go like this. So whenever that happens, always make sure to just eliminate them until they're on the ground. Do not shoot them after they have already gotten to the ground because at that point
Poor
that would be mag dumping
Savage.
or mercy.
He's
But
probably
at that
one
point,
of my favorites
the only reason
now.
why we don't mag dump or mercy
He's a
kill
cool
is because
guy.
if you just get them to the ground, they're down, all that stuff, and they have no way of getting up, at least they still may be alive, and there still is a way that if you do medical RP to them, or if you have EMS tend to their wounds, that they can still actually be alive. But if you just continue shooting them and basically just drop a whole mag into them, they'll be dead. Mag dumping is a very bad thing. Do not do it because it can cause serious consequences.
Another thing to add on to that, so when you're shooting a suspect, you're not gonna shoot at his head, you're gonna shoot at the center of mass or his torso. If we see you shooting him in the head, there's gonna be consequences. You're shooting to end the threat, not kill him.
Headshots do happen, but you honestly just want to drop him to where you can then secure him and all that kind of stuff. Also, when you're going in and say there's a bank robbery or something like that, or they're running, whatever the case may be, and you do have to shoot them. Once they are down, whether he's dead or not. So if he, for example, if he gets back up, that's when you would go to secure him if he drops the gun. So like drop the gun, put your hands up. If he does that, then you can go in and secure him. If he doesn't and he tries to point the gun at you again, then you drop him and okay, he's dead now. So this is when you would go up and you'd still secure him. So that would take like /me secure suspect. So you might think they're
So how you
dead,
guys doing
but
today?
they could get up and get a gun or something like that. Like you want to make sure that they're secure and nothing could happen even if they're on the ground injured. So you want to make sure that you secure the suspect, get their gun away from them, secure their wrists to each other with handcuffs or zip ties, and then administer medical attention by checking wounds, applying bandages, and stuff like that from your medic bag that is stored in the trunk of your car. So you definitely want to make sure the suspect is secured first, though, once they are down. That way they can't like get back up all of a sudden or something. I get that it's unrealistic to game mechanics, but if you don't secure somebody in real life, they have the potential to hurt you in real life. So we're going to do it the same way we would in real life in the video game, and make sure that they're secure, their hands are bound, and they are down on the ground, and that's when we can administer that medical attention. Okay, Savage. Is that everything on the support?
Yeah, one more thing. So, when you discharge your firearm and you shoot someone, kill them, you're gonna have to call for a supervisor to come down and investigate the scene. So, in doing so, a supervisor is gonna be a sergeant or above. If there's not a sergeant or above on, it's gonna be the next ranking deputy or officer. And in the end, it's still gonna go back to a sergeant. The investigation is gonna entail whether or not your use of force was appropriate. So please be aware and maintain the 3 restrictions required for use of lethal force. Are there any questions?
There are no dumb questions, I promise. I'd rather you ask a question now than get it wrong later. Okay, awesome. So next we're going to be going over 10 codes. So 10 codes fall into RTO. Can anyone tell me using PTS what RTO means?
807 PTS.
925? 925, go ahead.
Radio transmission only.
Correct. Radio traffic, radio transmission, it could be either one. They mean the same thing. So that is what that's for. That's for radio callouts only, radio transmission only. So when you're in RTO, there's going to be no like, hey, how's your day, Sergeant Savage? Or, hey, Shay, could you meet me over at this gas station that's kind of next to the what do you call it? I forget. But yeah, just meet me over there. You know where I'm at. Like, no random conversations. I hear it all the time, and it's really annoying because half the time I'm trying to deal with certain situations that I need backup for, and people are just talking randomly in RTO. So make sure you don't do that, because if you need backup and everybody's talking, you wouldn't like that. So don't be the person talking. And
I
somebody
need
else
to ask a question here in a couple seconds here.
So, with that said, we're going to go over some 10 codes and how and why to use them. So a pretty
807
one,
PTS.
go ahead.
Oh, I had a question. I was wondering if, since you're not allowed to like talk to your fellow officers in like RTO for obvious reasons. Could you talk to them if you're nearby them in game?
Yes. So there are some great ways to do that. So there's 10.1 is a 10 code. So that's a frequency change. So you could go directly to somebody in RTO to talk outside of RTO. So say if there was something that happened earlier in our patrol or something that's currently going on that I need to talk to Shay about, and definitely not in RTO or in game or anything like that, you would kind of phrase it like this. So your call sign to their call sign direct, and then ask for a 10.1, which is a frequency change. So it sounds like this: 208 to 303 direct.
Send it.
Could we get a 10.1 real quick?
And
Okay, so then you go into like either a Civ Lounge or a 10.1 channel, and then you could talk about whatever you need to talk about. That's a really quick way to get in there. That like, hey, I need to talk to you real quick. Can we get a 10.1? And honestly, that's with anything. Go direct to somebody. If I need to ask Shay something, say like, what's your location, for example? What's your 20? I could go 308 to 303 direct. He'll respond, and then I'll be like, "What's your 20?" So I know where to go to meet him or whatever. So yeah, you could always go direct to somebody and then ask them the really short question, as long as it's pertaining to game game happenings or game events. So yeah, you definitely can kind of get a frequency change for somebody to talk to them about anything that isn't for RTO. So that's a good question for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate the explanation.
Yeah. So with that being said, 10.1 is a pretty common one. Can anyone tell me what 10.7 means?
807 PTS.
Go ahead.
That would be out of service.
Correct. What about a 10.11?
925
807
PTS.
PTS.
925. Go ahead.
That would be a traffic stop.
Okay. What about a 10.55?
807 PTS.
Go ahead.
It would be an intoxicated driver.
Correct. What about a 10.70?
807 PTS.
Yes.
I heard 9.13 first.
A foot chase.
Correct. That'd be a foot pursuit. What about 10.97?
807 PTS.
Go ahead, 807.
It would be like if you're en route to someone's location.
Correct. What about a 10.49?
807 PTS.
9.25. 9.25. Go ahead.
It was 925. Wait, what was the 10 code?
It was 10.49.
1049?
Correct.
That would be a homicide.
What about 10.32?
807 PTS.
Right.
Somebody else who has it.
923 PTS.
What about 923?
Additional officers.
Correct. Additional officers or backup. What about 10.4?
807 PTS.
Yes.
807?
It would be affirmative.
Correct. Alright, let's go over some codes real quick. What does code 4 mean?
807 PTS.
925?
Code 4 would be under control.
Correct. What about a code 5?
807 PTS.
925 PTS.
913?
That would be a stop where
I know I said that
officers
first.
pull up with
Oh, well.
multiple 32s.
I guess they need to give
with
other people a chance too.
Correct. That was kind of the description of what it is, but the actual call out would be a felony stop or a high risk stop. So it'd kind of go like a code 5 stop would be like a high risk stop. So it'd be in the process of like a 1011, for example, you would find out that somebody has prior warrants for drug trafficking or armed robbery and like say possession of a deadly weapon, stuff like that. High risk situations is when you would call out into RTO for additional 32s for a code 5 stop at your location.
Check stream chat
That
real
way
quick.
they know what they're getting into when they roll up. They
No
know
one
that
said
it's a
anything yet,
high-risk
unfortunately.
stop that they should come in. So, with all of those gone over, Shay or Savage or Doe, are there any other codes that I haven't mentioned that y'all want to go over?
10-4.
Okay.
1071.
925.
8 to 7 PTS.
925.
Shoot, I forgot the 10 code. I'm sorry.
807
Those are-
PTS.
807.
It would be request supervisor at scene.
10-4. So, like I was saying before, when you discharge your weapon, you're gonna have to request a 1071 to your 1020. Does anyone know what a 1020 is?
913 PTS.
923 PTS.
8 to 7
913.
PTS.
Location.
10-4. Did you touch on code 6?
Negative.
Does anyone know what code 6 is?
807 PTS.
807.
It would be when you're busy.
No, that's gonna be a 10-6, not a code 6.
Oh, 807 PTS.
807.
Sorry about that. It would be search patrol.
Yeah, so if you are on a foot pursuit or a vehicle pursuit and you lose the eyes on the suspect, you're gonna call out that you need a code 6 in the general vicinity to search for those suspects. That's all I had to add.
I'm good. I think we touched the majority.
Awesome. So, if you're like ever out patrolling and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot this 10 code. Oh god, what can I do? You're gonna go into CSSO codes, which is right under announcements and information, and right above the training channel. That bad boy is gonna have all of your 10 codes. It also has your Miranda rights, which is right there, kind of down at the bottom of the 10 codes. And that is kind of important because if you don't Mirandize somebody and you take them to the station, your case can get thrown out in court because you didn't Mirandize them. They didn't know their rights because they're dumb. They're dumb. They just broke the law. So you got to read them the rights so that they know their rights, so that your case will actually stick in court. Make sure you read them your rights so that they know. And yeah, so those are all.
Alexander?
Yes.
So, Miranda rights, you don't essentially need to read them every time. Only if you're questioning the suspect and it's pertinent to the investigation at hand and it will be useful for the situation. So let's say you ask them where they were and they say, oh, I was cooking up some meth. You know, you could ask that, and then that's going to be useful for the you know, your whole court case. So if you're asking that, you're going to have to read them their rights before, but I mean, if you're just arresting them, you don't ask them any questions, then you don't really essentially have to read the rights.
807 PTS.
Go ahead.
So,
Shouldn't you read them their rights anyways, just in case?
yeah, it's always a good idea to just read them their rights. If you don't feel comfortable with the situation, you feel like that would just lead to a court case.
Alright, real quick, sit tight with me. I'm gonna go try and find and grab another trainer to help. That way we could get through this the most efficient way. So sit tight with us for just 1 minute and then we'll be back. We'll go over our 1011 and what to do in that situation, and why. So just sit tight with me. If you have any questions, direct them to Savage or Doe. They should be able to answer anything that you would need to ask, and talk and chill for like 2 minutes while I go find somebody. But we've been doing good so far. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for taking the time to train us. Oops, sorry. I forgot the
That's fine.
PTS.
Alright, so in the meantime, I'm gonna go over something else. I'm gonna go over your vehicle loadout. Alright. So inside your vehicle, you have your gun rack in the interior vehicle, and in the trunk, you're gonna have an AED. You're gonna have a medical kit. You're gonna have that extra pair of cuffs.
Oh, 807
Yeah.
PTS?
Go ahead.
You know, I hate to like be a bother, but I think you forgot to mention something towards the beginning.
Yeah, go for it. What do you think?
Your engine is always supposed to be on your police vehicle.
Yes, sir. That's correct. So
Mind
when
if I
you-
fix that?
Yes, sir. So if you guys don't already have that, you can go and do so now. Hop in your vehicle. Everyone go hop in your vehicle, and then you're gonna go to vehicle related op. Then you're gonna go to vehicle options again, and you're gonna scroll down till you see engine always on. You're gonna check mark that.
PTS.
For it.
923. Mine, like my engine is on. Okay, now it's showing. Sorry.
10-4. You're gonna want your engine always on for sticky situations, like let's say you're in a traffic stop and the suspect drives away. Rather than you pulling your keys out, fumbling them around, trying to put them back into the ignition, car's already gonna be on. That'll save you a couple seconds there. So, like, I'll go back to the car loadout. So you're gonna have your AED, your medical kit, you're gonna have that extra pair of cuffs, you're gonna have gloves, you're gonna have a narcotics testing kit, safety equipment such as flares and cones, and then you're gonna have an extra AR in the vehicle trunk. And you're also gonna have an extra uniform set.
Let's check. Stream. No one's said anything yet.
So that's gonna be your vehicle loadout.
Okay, gentlemen. If I could get a civilian to get in a car and park themselves in front. Alright, perfect. So we are about to go over the 1011. So 1011s are one of the most fundamental things that you're going to be doing as an officer. They are easy to do, hard to master. You can definitely do a 1011 a lot of wrong ways, and you can definitely do them a lot of right ways. So, with that being said, this is a standard procedure 1011. When you're out there patrolling, people are going to be uncompliant, people are going to be rude or crazy or whatever. So you just have to kind of roll with the punches with that. But with standard 1011s, I'd say about half the people you meet are going to be chill and just go along with it. And the other half are going to role play that they're a drug addict with $1 million worth of drugs in their trunk. You'll see it all after a while. So this is just going to be a standard 1011, kind of what you do. Obviously, if stuff happens in the future in any of your traffic stops, hopefully you can adapt and go with them and do them to the best of your ability. Also, just saying, this isn't a test. You can't fail. You can only learn from this experience. Also, it's a video game, so don't stress about it. But there is a right way and wrong way to do it, so that's what we're going to cover in this stop. So keep that in mind. You're not going to fail. You can't fail the training. It's a training because you're training to do better. You won't get yelled at or anything for messing up because I still make mistakes and I'm a staff sergeant. So this is going to be just a kind of a demonstration on what to do. So first off, can anyone tell me what you would do first before you pull somebody all the way over?
807 PTS.
807, go ahead.
Wouldn't you blip your lights and then then you'd walk around their vehicle, around their
All right,
vehicle.
you're getting ahead. You're getting ahead.
Oh,
I would have my lights on.
I
would
was.
have my sirens on, but it's
Fine.
right kind of as I'm pulling them over.
Oh,
925.
925 BTS. I would ask them to turn off their engine and introduce myself.
920
3
BTS.
PTS.
923.
You'd call out your location and what direction you're going and what kind of car it is, vehicle.
Correct. That's not all the details, but that was the right formation of when you're doing
807
it.
the PTS.
Hold one.
Sorry.
You're good. So, right when you're about to pull somebody over, you're gonna pull on your lights and your sirens, and you could honk your horn or bleep your sirens at them to kind of get them to pull over. And kind of as you're doing that, you'll call out into RTO. So there are two ways of saying you're on a 1011. You could say you're on a 1011. Never say you're on an active 1011 because a 1011 is a traffic stop. It doesn't need to be an active traffic stop. There's either a traffic stop or there's not one. So you never really say, show me on an active 1011. There are active bank robberies, but there aren't really active 1011s. That's not really a thing. So you'll go with either show me on a 1011, and you'll go through the whole description of show me on a 1011 at Fort Zancudo Approach Road facing northeast with a black in color two-door El Camino, 1 times occupant, no additional 32s at this time. So real quick, that just a breakdown of that formula. There are a few components to that. So you give your call sign to dispatch. If there is active dispatch in RTO, you're going to wait for them to tell you to go. So if there is dispatch, honestly, there's more dispatch now than there used to be. So if there is dispatch, you'll wait for them to tell you to go ahead, and then you'll continue with your call out, which is show me on a 1011 at Fort Zancudo Approach Road, vehicle description, all that kind of stuff. So you give the location, vehicle description, how many people are in the vehicle, and if you need backup. So that's a really simmered down way of explaining it, but you give location, vehicle description, how many occupants, and if you need backup. It's that simple. You'll obviously elaborate on them a little bit, but you don't want it too long of a sentence. You want it as short and concise as possible. Or you could word it slightly different and it would still be fine. You could call into dispatch and show me out with a black in color two-door El Camino, 1 times occupant on Fort Zancudo Approach Road, no additional 32s. Same recipe, you're just mixing it up a little bit. Both work. As long as you have all of the information in your call out, you're good. Because if you have all the information there, you're going to be fine. Because if you roll up and you don't give location and something happens and you need additional 32s, are they going to know where you're at? Nope, because you haven't told anybody where you're at. If you don't give a car description or a person description and they run off and you can't catch up to them in time and you have to put a bolo out for them, is everybody going to know what the car looked like? No, because you didn't give vehicle description. So you got to have all that information in there, and just make sure there are those key opponents. and you should be good. So with all that being said, Williamson, you want to be dispatched for me?
Sure.
All right, great. So at this time, I'm pulling this guy over. 008 to dispatch.
Go ahead, 308.
Show me on a 1011 on Fort Zancudo Approach Road with a black in color two-door El Camino, 1 times occupant, no additional 32s at this time.
Copy. We see you on Fort Zancudo Approach Road. 1 additional. No 32s at this.
All right, so that's the basic call out. And now dispatch knows I'm on a 1011. So if you all want to kind of come out here towards my vehicle and look and see my vehicle position. Can anyone tell me why you position your vehicle angular to the suspect?
923 PTS.
Go ahead.
They could. So if you like get I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Right up behind them, they could just easily, whenever you step out of your car, shoot you.
Correct. So, you get out of your car and you're line up with them. They could probably reach around with a pistol of some kind and try and shoot you. But this way, you kind of have the engine block of your car to protect you. Because I'll tell you, if somebody shoots at the engine block, it's not going to go through the engine block unless it's a big boy bullet. That has to be a real big bullet to go through an engine block. So make sure that you do have that engine block position between the suspect side and you, and then you're going to get out and walk around the back of your vehicle. You can walk straight up from your side to their side, but if you are pulling them over in 95% of the roads, there's going to be traffic that you're going to be walking right next to, and you could be hit, and you don't want to be hit. So that's why I always walk around back and up to the passenger side. Also, you do not want to cross in this zone because this is the dead zone. You could get run over, and he could back up and ram his car into you, and then you're kind of incapacitated at that point. Your kneecaps are gone, and he could take off. Does everybody in here want to keep their kneecaps?
807 to PTS.
Go ahead.
Most definitely.
Okay, I'd hope so. So you definitely want to keep your kneecaps, so you're not going to walk in between their vehicle and yours.
I love this guy.
Straight up to the passenger side.
Who is it again?
As you're doing this, you're going to make
It's
sure
Alexander.
to check
Yeah,
and just
he's the
kinda
good
look
one.
and glance in if you could see anybody or anything that you haven't seen.
Not saying all other
point.
trainers aren't
You're not
good,
gonna
but
walk
he's one of
around
my
and kind
favorites.
of stalling. So you're going to kind of check and
So,
look and
you
see
know.
if you see anything. If not, cool. Then you're going to position yourself right about here. And then you're going to talk to them and figure out what's going on. So you'll kind of go like this. All right, sir, could you roll down the window for me?
807 to PTS.
Go ahead.
You forgot to ask him to turn off his engine.
I'm about to do that once his window's rolled down.
Sorry.
All right, could you turn off your engine for me?
Yeah.
All right. So I pulled you over for speeding. I caught you on my radar going 15 over. Do you have license, registration, and proof of insurance on you?
Yeah, everything's gonna be in my glove box.
All right, just keep one hand on the steering wheel and reach for it with the other hand slowly.
Good. There you go.
All right. So just sit tight with me, and I'll be right back with you. Real quick, could you confirm the name on this license?
Yeah, it should be Ryan Smith.
All right. Just sit tight, and I'll be right back with you.
923 PTS.
Go ahead.
You forgot to have your hand on your gun whenever you reach as fast, because you don't know what he could pull out.
Okay. So you can do that, but game mechanic wise and in real life wise, you're not going to have your hand on your gun, because for simple reason you have if you're holding Z in game, that's the key to do it on keyboard. You could change it, but if you're doing that, that takes your hand kind of away from WASD because you have to use one of your fingers, whether your pinky, which puts your hand in a weird position, or your ring finger. Also, to then switch to your gun, you're gonna have to hit tab. So that's moving your finger from Z to tab to go to your gun and then pull it out, or just hitting tab. So that's a lot of movement that can waste time. Also, I've been pulled over a number of times in real life, and I've had to reach for my information multiple times that's been in the glove box, and not once have they ever had their hand on their gun. Only time you ever want to have your hand on your gun is if there's suspicion for anything in the vehicle or escalation of their attitude and demeanor. If they're going more towards the aggressive side, that's when you can kind of RP that you have your hand in your gun. But honestly, on a traffic stop, especially if it's not a code 5 stop, you don't need to, because there's nothing up to that point that has positioned you in the way that you're threatened for your life to where you would need your hand on your gun. If you don't feel threatened, you don't need your hand on your gun. And then also after you get their information, you kind of want to ask if they have anything in the vehicle that that you need to be aware of. A lot of people, especially in GTA, have firearms, which is completely okay as long as they're legal and registered. And some people RP that they are, and that it's just a concealed carry. So then at that point, you would get the concealed carry license from them to make sure that it's all valid, and everything checks out. And then you should be good to go back to your vehicle. Not saying you're completely wrong, 923, but I've never really personally gone with the putting my hand on my gun just because I never felt that I had to. Only time I want my hand on my gun is if I'm having to use it. So that's kind of my ideal behind it. Other trainers might say differently, and that's completely okay. Neither one is wrong. It's just preference at this point. So with all that said, you now have the information, you have the name, and you have everything you need to look them up in CAD or through dispatch. Real quick about your conversation with the driver, you always want to remain in command presence when you are talking to them. So that means no, hey, please, could you do this for me? Or, yeah, do that for me, please. Or, like, you don't ask them, basically. You don't ask, hey, do you know why I pulled you over? Never ask why you pulled them over. No one has ever done that in real life. That's not something that's in real life. That's something that's in the movies or in video games. Every time that I've been pulled over in real life, they've told me why I've been pulled over, not, hey, do you know why I pulled you over? Because that literally wastes time. That few seconds of conversation, you've reached the same destination. I pulled you over for speeding or because you were recklessly driving or whatever it is. Either way, you're going to tell them why you pulled them over. So there's no need to ask them why because you already know why you pulled them over. So with that being said, you're going to always remain in command presence and have that that commanding conversation. Never ask them to never ask them to do something for you. You tell them to do it. Hey, reach for your information, keep one hand on the steering wheel, and just do it. That way they know that you're in command, you're in control, and they won't question you. People are going to question you. Trust me. People will say, oh, I don't want to do that because I'm a sovereign citizen and I can do whatever I want without having any representation. People talk out the butt, but it's about how you can adapt to whatever they're saying. But standard procedure, you'll just get the information from them, and remain in that command presence like I was saying. So now that you have all that information from them, you're going to go ahead and call into dispatch and run their information, and then you could go from there. Real quick though, if you could put your name in chat, because by this point of talking this much, I've kind of forgot it. All right, awesome. 308 to dispatch.
Go ahead. 311. 308.
Could I get a 1027 and a 1029 on a Ryan Smith common?
Copy, wait one. Dispatch to 308.
Go ahead.
Ryan Smith comes back with no wants, no warrants.
10-4, thank you. Alright, so this time you know that he has no prior arrests, no current warrants. So for speeding 15 over, I'm writing this guy a ticket. You can give him a warning if you want, but he broke the law. So take that with you, whatever you want to do with it. But he did break the law. He went over the speed limit. Whether it was just by 10 or 15, either way, that's still breaking the law. So at this point, you're going to write the ticket in the vehicle, and you could do that through CAD. So definitely you want to be in CAD and using CAD and writing your tickets and all that kind of stuff. So you have his name. You can definitely write the ticket as of right now, excuse me, in your vehicle. And that way all that information is tracked and they CAD knows why you stopped them, what you stopped them for, all that kind of stuff.
807 PTS.
Go ahead.
I had a quick question. So, as for this training, do we write them a ticket on the CAD or no?
No. So we'll just RP that we wrote it in CAD. So with like /me writes ticket for speeding or something. But when you're actually out there patrolling as a deputy or a probationary or whatever rank you're going to be, you'll fully write them the ticket in CAD so that they actually have like ramifications for what they did. So yeah, you definitely want to write them the ticket in CAD. So I went ahead and I'm going to write this guy the ticket, but we're just going to RP that I did it.
925 to PTS.
Go ahead.
Isn't it normal for CAD to load very, very slow for me? Because others, it loads really quick. I don't know what's
it
happening.
loads really slow for me as well. Not really sure why, but it does. So what I would recommend is loading all of your CAD stuff in when you start your patrol. So that way you're already at the main home page when you go to pull somebody over. So then you just have to hit M and it should bring CAD up and you could search them up and all that kind of stuff. Because it does take a minute if you have to load through all those screens, but if you at least get it to the main home page of patrolling first before you patrol, if you do have to open up CAD and put somebody down, you won't have to wait like 5 minutes for it to load. So
Thank you.
yeah, no problem. So at this point,
807 PTS.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but couldn't you also go to the website in your browser to do the CAD?
You can. Either way, I either most of the time I have two monitors, so I either have CAD open in my second monitor and or my 10 codes. I'm also K9 Commander, so I usually have K9 commands open in my second monitor as well. So whatever your information you're going to need most, put it in your second monitor. If it's something like 10 codes and you don't have a second monitor, you can write them down on a piece of paper and have them in front of you, or you can like take a screenshot of Discord on your phone that has the 10 codes on it. Anything kind of cheat around having to remember them. Obviously, you'll remember them over time, but this way you at least have a copy to reference quickly in need of in case you forget something. Because I have terrible memory, so it's always great to have a reference for all of your codes. So
312 PTS.
Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
So I'd like to say, yeah, I've been doing this for a couple months. I also have two monitors, and on my second monitor, I have CAD on the top and Discord on the bottom, so I can see who's talking.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. And that way, you could quickly switch over from one monitor to the other and use CAD or your Discord. If you don't have a second monitor, that's completely understandable. They're an extra expense, and not everybody can do that. That's completely fine. it's just kind of an added bonus. So at this time, you have all the information. You have written in the ticket in CAD or in RP, and all that kind of stuff. So at that point, you're good to go back and give them all their stuff back. Let them know what to do with the ticket and everything. So you'll do same as you started. You'll walk around and go back up to their vehicle. You'll definitely want to make sure you keep an eye on the driver as he's not reaching for anything or anything like that as you're walking up. From this point, you'll converse with them and it'll kind of sound like this. All right, sir, here's all your information back.
Thank you.
All right, I'm really slow at typing. I apologize. So here is your information, and here's your speeding ticket along with. This is not an admission of guilt. If you could sign for me, it's just letting you know that you did receive the ticket and that you will take care of it on or before your court date. You can either call the number on the back to pay, and you won't have to show up at court, or you could show up in court and get it dealt that way, as long as you get it done on or before your court date. All of that information will be on the back for you, so just make sure you take care of that. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I don't know.
Okay. So at this time, you are free to go once my lights are turned off. Other than that, have a good day and be safe.
You too.
So that just kind of sums it up, letting him know what he got his ticket, he got his information back, and how to take care of it. And then make sure to let him know that he can leave once the lights are off.
Sorry.
So now the lights are off, and he's free to go. And so that was a very long, drawn-out 10-11 in real life, or in real, like, game time. They usually don't take that long unless they develop into a more complex scene. And a lot of that will be gone over in future trainings, whether they're advanced or any other type of training or course that we might have on traffic stops. So you just want to make sure you keep an eye out for trainings that aren't just basic ones, that you can kind of learn more and develop better skills through those trainings, and hopefully we'll have some pretty soon. So that's the basic traffic stop. So what we're going to do, everyone get in your vehicles, and we're going to go down the line and split up into 2 groups and go over them as we go. So, if I could get 2 of y'all in civ vehicles, I want Williamson, I want you to take notes and be dispatched. I'll take notes and be dispatched for the other group. And then Savage and Doe, if y'all want to be civilians for this.
10-4.
And if
Do you,
all
do
y'all
you mind
can
if I'm the civilian vehicle?
Yeah, you can be, as long as you're taking notes.
Yeah, I would do.
Alright, if y'all can meet me back here real quick.
I'm nervous.
What kind of car is that red one?
I've did this like a lot, but I still am not good at it.
I'm super fucking nervous, bro.
It's all good. I feel like I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. I'm sorry if I do.
I tie my words up really
Yo,
bad whenever I get
925, what do you
nervous.
sound like Cryos?
Wait, what?
You sound like Cryos Gaming.
Who's that?
A YouTuber.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, me neither.
Seems pretty trash.
Y'all be good, trust me.
I mean, I'll try.
Anyone know what kind of vehicle that the red one is?
I'm just calling it a
it's
2-door sedan.
It's a Ford Mustang.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I
Yes,
can
that's a
see
Fox
it
body.
by the headlights and everything.
I'm just gonna call it a 2-door sedan because it's obviously it looks like a sedan
So,
more than it looks like a.
When you
It's a
call it the
muscle car.
1011, would it be like, for example, 925 to dispatch? I'm gonna be at a 1011, and then you identify the car. So let's say if it's the Mustang, you say red 4-door Mustang. Oh, 2-door. Red 2-door Mustang, 1 times occupant, no additional 32s needed.
Yes.
You gotta call your location as well.
I prefer.
Oh yeah,
it
that's right.
At 9.
Alexander, you're completely breaking up. We can't hear you.
Yeah, you were breaking
Yeah, you
up
are.
as well. All right, well, y'all heard what I was saying. We're gonna do that. Okay, perfect. All right, so if you, all the way on this side, want to follow the charger, or challenger, I mean, and then next in line, if you want to follow whatever car that comes and picks you up.
All right.
That way, you can pull them over.
I'm lagging out pretty bad.
All right, you're good. You'll take notes and be dispatched for that.
10-4 is
And
Delaran.
then, correct. Where's Doe? Did you code
Code 0.
Wait. I'm back. Are y'all back or y'all still gone?
I'm back.
I had to
still,
relog.
it says
Code
reconnecting.
0.
Okay.
Should I just wait a few minutes?
Yeah.
If it's taking more than 30 seconds, I'd say go ahead and restart.
Yeah. It wouldn't be an Alexander training if the server didn't poop itself. I swear, dude.
Every time I've done one with you.
Every time I've seen one with Langton, it was worse.
925, code 0.
Same traffic.
Just load back in when y'all can.
I kind of want to pull over a 10.
It was the second server, correct?
Yes, server 2.
10-4.
Yep, it said error, so I'm loading in now. Number 2, right?
Correct.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Big oof, big oof. Ooh. Shot clean.
Oh, 3 viewers. Thank you guys so much for showing up today. It means a
So
lot.
we lost 3 out of the 5 cadets.
Yeah. They should be loading back.
Well, we still got 2.
Yep, we... Alright, for everyone who's loading back in, when you get back in your cars, and we can start doing that. We will... So if you're still here, pull over the challenger. Whichever one of you.
Welcome to Punk Army Leftings.
You.
Good to see you, dude.
I mean, you should let me go into it, but...
Oh, sure. Maybe I should just...
913 to dispatch.
Go ahead.
Show me a 1011 on Fort Zancudo Approach Road with
Hey,
a
real quick, sorry.
blue chat.
You'll talk in game for this.
Okay, 10-4.
Alright. I have to restart that. Sorry, guys. Hey, Devin Momo. Welcome to the stream. Have to fix that. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. It's about the size, right? Yeah. Alright. This should do. Okay. Let's reconnect. Check chat real quick. No one seems to be in chat right now.
925 to PTS.
Go ahead.
I'm infinitely loading in the server 2. Should I just restart?
Yeah, try restarting your game.
24.
Alex, 10-1, 1 second.
Sorry, I'm kind of quiet, guys. I'm just trying to concentrate on training.
Can you please roll down your window?
Yeah.
Alright, now, sir, can you turn off your engine?
Dispatch, go ahead.
Shit options.
Duty. Okay. And what I want to do is go F1. Clear options. Clear appearance. Save pits. Cut on spawn save pit. Field related options. Vehicle spawner. Wait. Save vehicles. Sheriff spawn vehicle. B. Flan. Settings. Fix settings. Support options.
Allowed to leave when I was.
Sorry.
You're allowed to leave whenever I turn the lights off.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
$925 to PTS.
Go ahead.
I am now loaded in and I'm inside the hangar. I'm just gonna wait for further instruction.
Alright, for sure. Just stand in front of your previous car, and you should be instructed where to go.
10-4.
Okay.
All right, Williamson, if you want to grab the next one, and I'll be right back with y'all momentarily.
Oh, did I take your spot?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please have it back. I really like that spot.
Yeah, no, it's okay. You can.
Thank
Someone
you.
just took my spot.
Well, the half these vehicles
Oh,
are.
is it the same spots?
Everyone who already did their 1011, please stand at the front of your vehicle, alright?
Do you want me to follow you?
Yeah, if you haven't done your 1011, follow me.
All right.
Second time.
I'm sorry.
Second time. Alright, go ahead and reline up.
What?
Reline up your vehicle
Oh, where?
to the correct positioning.
Oh yeah. Would
You
be.
can back up. That works.
Yeah, you can go back and then come back.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
That look about right? Oh. "807 dispatch.
Go for dispatch.
I have a code 1011 at Fort Zancudo Approach Road facing west. The vehicle is a red two-door Mustang with one occupant inside. No additional 32s needed at this time."
10-4 showing you on a 10-11.
Oh. Repeat that?
10-4.
Alright. Sir, go ahead and roll down your window and stop your engine for me.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, thank you. Do you have a license, registration, and proof of insurance for me?
I do, actually. It's all in the glove box.
Alright, just make sure to keep one hand on the steering wheel for me.
Alright. There you go.
Alright, you mind verifying the name on your license for me?
Yeah. It should be Ryan Smith.
Alright, thank you very much, sir. Stay right there.
Will do.
Uh, 807 to dispatch.
Go for dispatch.
Can you check on a Ryan Smith?
10-9.
Can I get a... Oh my gosh. A second. Oh yeah, dispatch. Can I get a 1027 to 1029 on a Ryan Smith?
10-4. Hold one mic. Dispatch to 807.
807.
Brian Smith's gonna come back clear. No wants, no warrants, no priors.
Alright, thank you. Alright, sir, you come back clear, so I'm gonna give you a verbal warning not to speed anymore, especially on turns for everyone's safety. You may leave when I turn my lights off.
Alright.
Was that alright?
Alright. Yeah, go ahead and step out of the vehicle. I'll just tell you what.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty. You wanna go over it?
Yeah. So, the dispatch called after you got back to your car. I mean, you fixed it, but, no.
Could have been better, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you forgot the 10 codes,
nerves.
but it happens. That's why it's good to always have the 10 codes up with you. I have, you know, you can put them on your phone or additional monitor.
Yeah.
Also, you
print it.
you didn't hand my information back after you left, so
Oh,
that means you just
fuck.
left with everything.
See, I've gone through Officer Langton's trainings, and he never tells us to do that, so I apologize.
Yeah,
Alright.
no problems.
Another thing is, where did you think the road was?
Well, it's Fort Zancudo Approach Road. That's what I said.
No. Yeah, but where do you think, like, is this the road right here, closest to my vehicle, or is it on the other side of your vehicle?
I thought it was right here. Well, right in front of my vehicle.
Yeah, like the road is like going right here, right?
Yeah, I kind of fucked up on this line right here.
Yeah. Well, no, it's okay. The lines don't matter, but the what I was getting to was, so when you're getting out of your vehicle, you're gonna walk around the whole way of your vehicle.
Oh, but you
then-
said you're allowed to go like just straight towards his thing.
Yeah, I mean you are. You're allowed to go to his driver's, but for safety, you should go to the passenger window. Like, let's say this is the road right here.
Yeah.
There could be, you know, there's drunk drivers and whatnot, and people like to BDM, so they're just gonna run you over if they see you in the road.
Alright.
So that's just another thing. Another was the vehicle distance from and the angling.
Was I too far away, or was my angle too sharp?
Close.
You were too close. Your angling was good, but you were too close. So a rule of thumb for me is you line up your right headlight with the left headlight with the right tail light.
Alright.
So yeah, it's pretty easy. You can never really forget that one if you think about it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good thing that you remembered them afterwards, the 10 codes, so that was good. So just work on getting up to the vehicle for safety, the angle, and then 10 codes a little bit. I know it's a training and you kind of get a little nervous, but you want to remember those and then just hand back the information.
Alright.
And then in this training, they didn't tell you what to say to dispatch afterwards when you're done with the 1011, but you're gonna say in dispatch, for instance, 807 to dispatch, show me back 10-8, code 4 off my 1011.
That's a
That's
mouthful.
not, yeah, so that wasn't in this training, but you'd say, show me back 10-8.
Okay.
You say, show me off my 1011 code 4. I just say it all. But
So just say, show me off my 1011 code 4. So.
Yep.
Alright. Let me write that down real quick.
yeah, it's a good one to know.
Like 1011 on wherever you ask now code 4, show me back to me. Something as long as you say the scene's code 4 and you're back to Nate, it's all good.
Yep. We didn't go over that during this training, so it's not going to be included in your information for this, but
So
just,
what I'd say 807 dispatch the scene's code 4 and I'm back to 10-8.
you could say,
Make
yeah,
sure
you could
what's
say
in
that.
there.
You could say, I would, less words the better. So if you say, show me back 10-8, code 4 off my 1011,
Alright.
or show me off my 1011 code 4.
All right. Thank
That's a good
you.
one to know.
I
Yep.
appreciate the help.
Yeah, no problem. That's what we're here
I'm
for.
sorry I fucked up there though. I just
problem.
like my brain was just like, ah, fuck.
Yeah, it's the nerves.
See, it would be entirely different if it wasn't a training. That's
Yeah,
the funny
exactly.
thing.
No, don't worry about it. My first basic, I was freaking out, so.
This is my
went from
third
there.
one. Is a sad thing.
Oh. Alright, go ahead and hop back in your vehicle.
Alright.
Stand at attention.
Thank you.
Yep. I don't know if we're done.
I'll go check.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
When you're done, go back with those people over there, alright?
Which ones?
People right behind you, I'm assuming they're done.
Oh,
Alright.
I didn't see them. Alright.
Yeah, turn your lights on whenever you're ready.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Let me go to mod first. First of all, I run white Exxon lights.
I don't like the xenon lights.
This.
Bruh.
Just
I
black.
can't even see your headlights.
I
But
don't
if you run stock, yeah, it completely removes the window tint and like the smokiness of it. Also, you can like download like shaders mods and stuff, make your stuff look better. Like, you see how your lights look kind of dim right now? Mine look like super bright and vibrant. Like, they look super bright right here.
Well, here's the thing. See, on my screen, everything looks pretty nice. You know why? Because I'm playing on max graphics. Okay? Hold on.
Yeah, but like, it just, I don't know, my thing looks really
Alright,
bright.
I don't know who parked that close to me, but yeah.
Well, you're supposed to.
Well, you gotta give me door space. You got to
I
knock
did
off my
give you
foot.
door space though.
Alright, this is good enough.
Alright, stop arguing.
No, that's not close enough.
It doesn't matter how close you are. Did this say you have to be close?
Well, no, but I figure it's probably the same thing as over there. Doors length
Yeah, I mean,
apart.
we weren't too close. We were like a good 5 feet apart.
Yeah, I like having a little bit of space.
I don't think it matters.
Well, I would think it does since training, but whatever. You do you.
You got a nice nice pair of glasses there, don't you?
Thank you, thank you.
I really like them.
You know you're allowed to wear them too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I choose not to.
I want to. I have to.
I don't like the glasses.
You know, you look like Magnum, whatever his name is.
I hate how my spotlight's on, but it doesn't show the light coming from the spotlight.
On my screen it does.
I mean, it shows the light coming from it, but it doesn't illuminate. Like, look, see how now? Wait till I get in the car and turn on the spotlight.
Next is gonna be driving over in order to do the
See, it
the
only turns
pits.
on the front two lights.
I think the next part of the training is gonna be driving over to do the pits.
Yep.
Alex, we had 5 officers, right?
And 4.
Alright, somebody's either not in their car or they forgot the.
Alright, have you not gone yet? Who's not gone yet? Has anyone not gone yet?
Actually,
Alright,
wait, no, the fifth cadet is over on the other side. Somebody just left a car.
923 PTS.
Alright. Check.
Responded.
No, I can fix this. Yes, I can fix this. Hallelujah. Hold up, guys. Sorry about that.
Has anyone ever tried shaders on Minecraft?
Yep,
It's beautiful.
love it.
I have a friend that X-rays Minecraft.
Damn. You know
He's
you can
just
play
that
on
trash.
you can play on the CSRP server.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have a Minecraft server now.
Nice. I might look into that.
It's pretty epic.
How are you guys doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Wait,
I'm
Hopper.
doing good, Mr. Hopper.
Hopper from Stranger. He's here.
Wait,
What's that?
are you new? You weren't here when
oh,
the
no,
training
I'm not
started.
new. I'm not new. I just told them, well, they needed me earlier to help train, but I was busy. Well, I'm just here to spectate.
By the way, Savage is my favorite trainer now.
Hopper, may I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is your name intended to be Stranger Things, or is that your real name?
I don't know. Is it?
I really want an answer.
Alrighty, how's everybody doing?
Good.
Pretty
Once
good.
everyone's done,
Just
go ahead
thinking
and
about how
move
awesome
on
our
and
trainers
go
are.
to our next
Thank you. Is there any
Love you,
question?
Isaac.
There any? Love you guys too. Is there any questions you guys have while we're waiting here before that other guy finishes?
Yes, can we get trained by
What?
Savage every time?
Wow.
Okay, guys. I appreciate the ass kicking. I mean the ass kissing. But I can promise you that I've already got my notes down for who I've gone through, and it doesn't change my mind. It's a good try, and I like ass kissing, but it won't get you anywhere. Just know that.
No, I know.
Anyway, is there any questions you guys have about the department or anything?
Not really. Other than how do you arrest people? That's something I've been RPing on here for a while and never gotten to that.
Do you mean like how do you cuff them?
No, I mean like send them to jail if they did something.
So basically, you have to tell them. Once you look in the penal codes, you add up their seconds, and then you're gonna say, okay, sir, you've got 500 seconds, so I need you to do / jail me space 500, because this is basically the command.
Ah.
Isaac?
Okay, I was just curious about that.
You see what I just put in the chat?
Yeah.
It's that, but with a / in front of it. Instead of 500, it's going to be whichever, whatever amount of time you have. Don't do it now, because it'll pop you in jail.
That would be funny, honestly, if we all did it at once.
Sir Isaac?
It's Sergeant Williamson, but yes, go ahead.
Oh, fine. How many, like, if you're code 5ing, how many officers do you think need to be with you?
I would say minimum 2, because sometimes you will be slowed down and stopped. Sometimes there might only be 1 or 2 officers in channel, and you don't want to have 2 officers there and then wait 5 minutes for a 3rd officer.
Oh.
But you just want to see how many people are responding, and then you don't want to wait too long, because if they see lots of cars pulling up, they might wise up and just pull off.
All right, so I had another question. Is this going to be the same kind of basic training where we drive over to do the pit training?
Yeah, that's what basic training is.
All right, I'm just making sure. Also, I'm terrible at pits, so don't be surprised.
Same.
Well, we can always do... Pits aren't very hard, especially in training, because I always do the pits and I maintain a constant speed. If you need help after training, I'm willing to give you 3 private lessons.
You're a cool guy. Thank you.
No problem. So I want to see you guys succeed. 2 people that I mean, so far I've only seen 2 of you, but I haven't seen anything that I didn't like. I mean, okay, you guys have made a few mistakes, but I haven't seen anything bad. Any other questions?
No, thank you. I appreciate the answers you've given us.
Of course. So do you guys know if you want to join any subdivisions? Do you know what subdivisions are?
Maybe
Yes.
maybe eventually, but I like CSSO the best because it's simple
No,
and easy.
Subdivisions.
Well, no, I know. You mean like
Undercover?
Yeah. So
yeah.
they're like
the FBI, right? Stuff like that.
That's not a subdivision. That's its own department.
Oh.
So a subdivision would be like the canine unit or the
Yeah,
motor
y'all,
unit.
y'all should be in canine.
I would like to be in the canine
Yeah,
unit.
Alexander
Very
and I
bad.
are canine unit.
I'm canine commander. I literally run the department.
I love you.
Alex, why don't you show them the canine guy?
Wait, do you actually get a
one?
dog?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
how,
sure.
how does that work?
All right, so
I will
real
show
quick,
you how it works right now. Oh wait, no, okay. So this
I'll
is
be the.
uniform.
I'll be the.
Isaac, can I ask you another question?
Of course, give me 1 second. We'll show you guys the dog.
Bark, bark,
This is your dog.
Wait, you're the dog.
bark, bark.
That's
And
funny.
you give him commands. So if I go, Scooby, attack it.
Oh, please don't.
Ow! That looked like error.
Alright, yes, what was the next question?
Like, is SWAT a subdivision? Or is
Yep,
that just...
Sure, it sure is. Let me show you.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
SWAT. This is Sheriff SWAT.
Oh, that's hot.
You've also got, and is this one you get to carry around the P90?
P90?
Yeah.
That's worse than
Do you know
M14
do you know
though.
what the P90 is?
Yeah, I know.
No.
I've
Yeah,
played enough Siege to
Let
use
me
that
see.
trash gun.
The pellet
Yeah.
gun.
So.
9 damage from
So
max
yeah,
range
there's
with the suppressor.
honestly.
ACOG and suppressor. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm running.
The subdivisions are amazing, and once you're high enough rank, you should all
You
try to
want
be a
the
part of them.
Metron?
What? Oh yeah, I had a question. What rank do you have to be in order to apply for the K9 unit?
So that's depth 1 above. So if you're a deputy, you can apply.
Okay.
So there's actually we're gonna be doing a mass recruitment here pretty soon. But if
You guys
want
are
to-
always doing mass
If you want to apply
recruitments.
to K9, just send me a message, like a DM, and I'll get you the application.
All right.
What about SWAT? Like, what's
So
rank?
SWAT, I'm in SWAT, but I'm not even like a supervisor. So I would go to the information tab and find the application via that.
What about the motorcycle division?
That's gonna be in the special vehicle unit.
Oh,
That's me.
I have one more question.
Why does it have
Alright.
CPD? I'm
So
sorry.
they messed up the skin.
My
We're gonna
last
have that,
question.
we're gonna
Sorry.
have the BMW. Give me 1 second. We're gonna have the BMW.
The Harley
and we're
doesn't work.
also gonna have.
Oh, it
Yeah,
does.
it's
Where-
a non-available vehicle. The Harley doesn't work.
Oh, the Harley doesn't work anymore.
No.
All right. Well, we should have a
Unfortunately.
Harley eventually, and they should reskin that to make it work properly. But
So
yeah, you got motor. You've got a detective. The detective unit, which I'm not actually in.
I
But
am.
The
they-
cars are badass though.
Yeah, the cars like this one. This is one of their
Oh,
cars. The
Okay.
Detective Shelby. So there's
Maybe
there's
rethinking.
lots of great subdivisions.
I have another question.
I have one more question.
All right, who first? I think that was 342. This guy in front of me.
Alright,
I think-
both of y'all.
Oh,
decide
so
me
what I was gonna ask is,
spawning a car.
what was I gonna say? Okay, let him go first. Give me a second.
All right, who was the other guy who had a question?
Me.
Yeah.
Can you
What was I
join
gonna say?
2 different subdivisions at once, or is that not a thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so
When
for
you're a
that you have
corporal.
to be a high enough rank.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
Corporal.
So how do you get your pilot's license within the sheriff's office?
So we don't. You have to go through the FAA to do that. And the only helicopters we have is like to keep an eye on people. We don't have attack helicopters or anything.
I know,
It's,
but I was just wondering, is that something I'd be interested in?
I believe you have to go to the FAA, get your license from that division, which you can stay in sheriff's to do, but you can be in both at the same time because it's not a police division. So you can be in sheriff's and FAA at the same time.
Huh.
Once you get your license, you should be allowed. You'll be FAA
Someone's calling
whitelisted,
for
and then
someone.
you should be
Alexander,
able to drive the helicopter.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the status?
So
of
who
your-
would I have to talk
We're
to
about
about that?
to go to
I'm not
our
sure. I
tail
would
end and do
ask us after
the
training.
convoy.
All right,
and
thank
the
you.
pits.
All right. Are there any more questions before we start the next
All
bit
right.
of the
As
training?
soon as this
No, sir.
this finishes,
All right.
I need
Who
you.
said that? I
Hopefully,
I
everybody.
said no, sir.
If anyone is
okay.
down to patrol, come to server 1. All right.
All right.
10-4,
I think
I'll notify everyone.
Alex. I think we're good.
Alrighty. And just remember, it's optional. So.
10-4.
All right.
All right, Alex. We're ready
Okay,
to start the
everyone.
next bit.
Yes. So what we're gonna do? I need to spawn in my vehicle. So if y'all have any other questions like that, you could always ask in general chat, or you can ask anyone following chain of command. But if you have any questions about K9, I could directly answer those. Since I am the commander of that subdivision, I'd be happy to answer any questions you have of that. But we are going to go ahead and get on to our next section of the training and the tail end of it. So if you all want to get your vehicles and move back up to this front line here, and we can go over our convoy and what we're going to be doing in our convoy. We'll go over a few things. It doesn't have to be a perfect line since we're about to start moving, as long as you can see my vehicle. I need all my trainers to line up behind me. Okay, perfect. So, for our convoy, there will be a few things we go over. So, we're going to have somebody leading it, somebody in the back, and then 2 people on the sides. We are going to be doing multiple things. So, code 1 is just like this. No lights, no sirens. You follow all traffic laws. You don't speed. You don't run red lights or stop signs. You follow every traffic law. Code 2 is lights, no sirens. You follow most traffic laws. If you reach a stop sign or intersection or four-way, whatever it is, and you need to pass through it because you need to get to the scene quickly, you would blip your sirens. Not turn them on or anything like that, but hit R. So R is the keyboard button. So you'll kind of
my god.
No one else do it besides me. You'll kind of like tap it a couple times, kind of like that, making sure everyone knows that you are you're going through that intersection, and then you'll go through the intersection. You'll slow down, not to a full stop, but a slow down, blip your sirens a couple times, and let everybody know you're getting through, and then you go through. So that is code 2. You also can go a little bit faster than normal. Just no matter what code you're running, whether it's code 1 through 3, you always want to remain in control of your vehicle. Never do you want to be going too fast to where you can't control what your car is doing, because that's reckless driving and that's against the law. And if I see anybody, I don't care what rank they are, reckless driving, I'm pulling them over myself. Like, no one in the department should be reckless driving, because we enforce that upon citizens. We are held to a higher standard than citizens because we are enforcing the law. Just because we're law enforcement officers doesn't mean we're exempt from the law. So if I see any of you breaking laws, I'm going to enforce the law on you because you just broke the law. So that is where I stand with that. But code 2, you go faster, you blimp your horn through intersections and stops. Code 3 is lights and sirens. This is in an emergency, pulling somebody over, going to a bank robbery, officer down situations, anything that is, I need to get there as soon as possible, you have lights and sirens. This is, you're blowing through intersections. You're going as fast as you can to get to that emergency. Again, you want to remain in control. If you see somebody coming, and it doesn't look like they're going to stop in that intersection, don't run into them. Don't go through the intersection blaring your horns thinking they're going to stop, because they might die. And then you'll get in the 1050.
Yo, Lego
and then
bro,
you can't
welcome to
go
Punk
help
Army.
out your
Thank you
officer
for
that's
following.
injured. So you're going to still remain cautious, still be in control. When you get to intersections, whether it's a four-way, red light, stop sign, anything, you're going to honk your horn and change your siren pitch. So that way it changes the tone and cadence of your siren, and you'll honk your horn. So you'll like change your siren and honk your horn a few times, and then you should be good to go through the stop sign or the intersection or whatever. So back to code 1. So that is what we're going to be doing. We'll be switching in between all of them as we go through this convoy. Honestly, something that really only pertains to convoys is for going in single file, which is like what we're doing now, and then we go into zigzag, which is like this. We are all now in opposite lanes. We never pass each other. So, for example, Williamson would not pass me just because he could go faster than me and pass me, but that's not the rules of a convoy. We're all going to stay in our lanes and our places. It's easier to change when you're going 60 miles an hour because all you have to do is turn your wheel slightly and you switch. So when I yell for a switch, we're going to switch. Switch. Switch.
807 PTS.
Go ahead.
Can't you lock your speed on a certain speed?
I don't believe we have cruise control.
There is no cruise.
We do have cruise control. You will never use it on duty since it is not 100% accurate, and it will sometimes flip out and drive you into a wall. You can limit your speed. However, I wouldn't recommend it because if you limit your speed to something and then you get into a 1080, what if you have your speed limited to 40? You're going to have to stop, undo the limiter, and then you're going to lose the suspect.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So honestly, the thing I've found that's like easiest for kind of maintaining the same speed is tapping your W key if you're on keyboard. So if you're going, say, 40 and you slowly tap it and let go and tap it to stay in that 40 range, you should be good. It's kind of tedious, but it works. So when I yell switch, we'll switch. When I yell zigzag, we'll go zigzag. That doesn't mean you're going in between lanes zigzagging. That means we're in a zigzag formation, which is boom, 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 boom. See how we're offset from each other in a zigzag pattern? We're not actually zigzagging in between lanes.
I'd like to add something.
Alright.
So you should be maintaining a 1 to 2 car length distance between the person in front of you at all times, even in zigzag, so that it's easy to stop just in case the primary convoy leader has to make a quick stop. And when you're in zigzag formation, it's easier to cut through. However, it's not enough for someone to just swoop by and try and cut in between you guys, so it's like a safe car distance for everything.
Correct. Alright, so if all of you from the person furthest to your right wants to go ahead and start pulling forward, if one of our Charger boys wants to lead, and then the other Charger boy in the back, and then me and Williamson are going to be on the sides. So just pull out. Next in line, pull out. Yep, just like that, and the next, and then the next, and follow this line all the way up here to the stop sign. You're not going to follow me, you're going to go up to the Charger, up at the stop sign. Yep. Go, 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 go. Remember, remain a car distance away from each other. There's no reason to be right bumper to bumper. Because if people stop suddenly or they lag, you're going to hit somebody. Alright. Who's in front? No, say it in Discord. Who's in front? Savage?
Williamson.
Oh, Williamson, you are. Alright, perfect. Williamson, so you're going to lead with your callouts and with direction, so you'll be telling everyone to go zigzag or whatever code they're going. So you can take it away.
One second, hang on, I gotta...
You're good.
Alright, cadets, we're gonna be making a right turn up here.
Remember, car distance. Stay in your lanes. If you're going too fast and you're swerving in and out of lanes, you're going too fast.
Sorry, that was my fault, I desynced.
If you guys are desyncing, just let us know in Discord and we'll move you to the back of the line.
Besides Williamson, you have to stay at the front.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna be stopping up here. Everybody repair your cars if you need to. That's /fix in the chat. In RP scenes, you only repair your car either at the station
Hey,
or at the
you're all
mechanic
the way
shop.
at the back. Like you're
925
following in the
PTS.
back.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the
Go
sub.
ahead, 925.
The /fix doesn't work for me.
Oh yeah, it's not working on the server. Okay, then just respawn your car. That is not the right car.
What? This one's beautiful.
What?
I'm in the new Tahoe.
Okay, 925.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what code 1
Oh
is?
yeah, I don't like full ram bar.
What code? What?
I don't know, it just
Can you
looks
tell me,
too beefy.
Alex Savage, please give me a second. Can you tell me what code 1 is?
Code 1 is obeying all traffic stops, no lights.
923. What's a code 3?
Code 3 is going to not obeying traffic laws or keeping control of the vehicle. You're also running your sirens and your noise.
913. What is a code 2?
Code 2 is just lights and obeying most traffic laws.
Yeah, okay, so codes have not much to do with obeying traffic laws. No matter what, you're still going to stay in your lane. You're not going to swerve into the opposite lane unless it's a dire emergency. Basically, code 1 is no lights, no sirens. Code 2 is lights, no sirens. And code 3 is lights and sirens on. You can disobey some traffic laws during code 3 and code 2, but the point is not to disobey traffic laws. It's to obey them wherever you can. Mostly it just means going faster. So we're going to be going on a convoy down to Los Santos. We're going to be going code 3. We're going to be staying one car length or 1.5 car lengths from each other. I'm going to be calling out left, right. Everybody should be remembering to honk their horn as they go through intersections. That's your E key. Does anybody have any questions before we start?
925 to PTS.
Go ahead.
Can I be moved to the back since I'm on controller and it's hard for me to honk and drive?
If you're on controller, don't worry. If you're on controller, don't worry about honking and driving.
10-4.
Just ignore it, Alex. Okay, all right? We're gonna go code 3. Everybody go code 3, and then we're gonna start. We'll be going left. And I'm gonna be going roughly 60 miles an hour for the whole thing. Trainers, if we need to stop the convoy, let me know. I'm not looking behind me.
We're not stopping for gas, by the way.
I mean, if there's like a big crash or something.
Make sure that you're bleeping your sirens through every intersection. I don't hear any
There's
horns.
no intersections yet.
Are you kidding me?
If you need a screenshot of that, I have multiple.
Yeah, I got it.
And I have it on my stream.
I am running decent like crazy.
You're good. Just try and remain in control, even if you're desyncing.
We need to
I
tighten this up. I only see 2
I
cars
had to get to
behind
the
me.
back.
Tighten up the spaces.
Halt.
Stop. Code 0.
Code
Same
0.
traffic.
Code 0.
Code
I
0.
think everyone did.
Did the whole server just crash?
I believe.
Probably the spam, the chat spam.
Yeah, I started desync around that time. Looked bad.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Alright, just load back in. Williamson, would we continue with the convoy or just TP to LSI?
I think we should do the convoy because I was way too much space behind me. I could only see 2
That
cars.
was because of the desync, though.
Okay, well I still we can spawn halfway through, but I think we need to finish the convoy.
Spawn it where you were. Like, if you can find where we were.
By the way, if you haven't already, do Alt F4 and load back in, because your game won't recover when it says disconnected from server. It might sometimes it'll recover after about 5 seconds, but if it's longer than 10 seconds, it won't recover.
PTS 807.
Cool.
We were at North Rockford Doctor. I mean,
Yeah, right at that gas station.
Yeah, I know
North Rockford Drive.
roughly where we are. Well, we'll start from
Alright.
roughly around there.
I'm just starting my game back up. Sorry about that,
Mic
guys.
check.
My game, the
10,
server
10.
crashed, and that means I have to
10-2.
restart. Is the CSSO interview difficult? Not really. Oh, hey, Lego bro. What's up, dude? Thank you for coming over to the stream. Means a lot to me, dude. Let's get.
Alright, if you guys look over on the map near where we were, you're going to see a gas station icon. Spawn at that gas. If you can't find it, tell me your number and I'll teleport you there.
Are we continuing this convoy?
Yes, we're spawning at the gas station at North Rockford Drive in Richmond Glen.
Someone's spamming chat again.
Yeah, I'll go tell him. So telling him to stop is not going to make him stop.
Yeah.
That's just going to provoke him. And I'm gonna go yell at staff.
Yeah, I added staff. Hopefully somebody's down. Yeah. Oh.
Do you see what ID is doing that?
No. Might be able to find it. Yeah, I see a name. Hold
Max
on.
T.
Yeah, it's Max T. So that's gonna be 10.
Okay, I just crashed his game.
Yeah, that'll. Oh, you crashed. Okay.
No,
Oh, you left.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I just got off of work. Am I able to continue? Am I able to jump into the training, or it'd be too
It's basic training. You're Dep 2.
far? Am I still able to join it?
No.
No.
there's no point. You can't get promoted to Dep 3 in a basic training.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I just wondering if I can just join it.
You can join if you want to practice, but I can tell you right now you won't be getting a promotion.
That's fine. I just would like to be there.
Yeah, of course. Come on ahead. It's in server 2. We're spawning at the gas station in Richmond.
10 foot. I'm gonna find the server information.
923 PTS.
Go ahead.
The gas station on North Rockford Drive.
10-4.
Gas station in Richmond Glen, North Rockford Drive.
Alright, okay, buddy. Who are you?
It's me.
Oh, well, how did that go for you?
Not very well. I spawned on top of the gas station, so, you know.
Let me get gas real quick.
Why are we going code 3?
Should all be at code 2 until we're all ready.
If you move your mouse really quickly, it sounds like a goat.
Why are sirens on? Turn them off.
Wow, what a coincidence. I actually spawned right next to you guys. Or, like,
I
okay,
so
the
spawned
guy,
on top of the gas station.
the guy who's spamming the N-word just joined again. So we might have the same problem.
I'm gonna watch you, okay?
Oh, but you know what? Somebody's in here.
Me? Wait, who's watching him?
No. Who's doing that?
The officer on the bike.
Yeah, my bad. I was typing something.
What officer on the bike?
Mustang, I'm gonna watch you.
What?
Yeah.
What if we, like, touched pit bars?
And the admin left. Sweet.
Okay, we have 5 cadets. I see 3
No,
cars.
come
2 people
back.
still joining it?
I'm joining in.
Come
Wait,
down.
where are you guys?
Well, I was
Okay,
touched
Yeah.
I mean cadets. Cadets are probationaries.
You know how you fix that?
What?
Are you on
Let's
Steam?
touch pit bars.
Who? Oops, sorry.
You. Are you in the game?
Yes, I am.
Mustang.
Yeah.
Talking good.
Yeah.
We
Do
got
you
the
have
wrong gas
Steam?
station, by the way.
No, I'm just alt tabbing.
I can't see
You should just
Mustang.
you should just do Shift
Where's
tab
staff?
and then Alt tab after that.
Oh, true. I've tagged staff, and no one's joined.
Am I lagging really badly
I
because I
just,
can't see anybody?
insecure, ignorant kid somewhere doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and arrest him.
Would you guys like me to be a civ unless?
No, you can join the convoy
Oh,
if you'd like for practice, but you can be at the back.
that's totally fine.
This is lagging
Come
me
on, man, what's
very,
your
very
problem?
badly.
How are you doing this stuff?
Because
No, what do you mean?
Aren't you Riley, the one spamming the N-word?
he is.
I'm Riley, but I'm not spamming that word. I've just been driving.
Can we go back to code 2?
Alright, you should change your ped, man, because...
No sirens.
Where are
I
you
can't read
guys?
this
'Cause
one?
either one, I can't see you,
Yeah,
or
'cause that's
two,
just
I'm
the-
not in the right
That's
spot.
just the spawn-in ped,
Gas
so if you just press
station,
F1,
off
you can either
directly
create a ped or
behind.
you can spawn in a new one.
That is so weird because I'm right here and I
North.
can't see
There
anybody.
you go.
You
Thanks,
must have
man.
joined
Sorry,
the-
Are you in a
did
ghost
someone use
server?
my name to say that?
No, I was with
I
him
don't know,
earlier.
just
I
saw
can
Riley.
see, I was with someone
I
else
TP'd
earlier.
over.
Sometimes the server lags where everybody leaves the server and they just don't join back in. So that's probably what happened. You might have to task manager and come back into FiveM and try. That's what I have to do sometimes at least.
923 PTS.
God.
I was
I'm just
with
gonna
him.
try disconnecting and reconnecting. Yeah, he was just with me and then he
Yeah, you
disappeared.
didn't have to reconnect. I just TP'd over here.
Everybody should be code 2 right now.
No sirens.
Why is the N-word being spammed everyone here? Holy shit.
Does anyone have his ID?
Yes, it's 28.
It's gonna be
Riley
2
T
Ryan.
doesn't-
It doesn't matter because there's no staff in here.
Sorry, is it Riley T? Who is it?
It's gonna be Riley T.
I'm getting FiveM going right now. God, he's
I
getting
had to
FiveM.
restart. I had to
It's
restart
going
FiveM.
constant.
Yeah, just send me a screenshot.
Be advised, it's not Riley T. I'm watching him drive and
It
he's...
is Riley T and it's another person too.
Info.
Wait, who wanted a screenshot?
Riley T and Max T.
I'll
Yeah,
send
you
you a
need to-
screenshot, Lo.
Permaban them both, whoever. Did we just get staff in here?
RPGC
trust me,
chat
they're
11
getting
my
fun,
ass.
man.
Yeah, I know,
Oh,
right,
good,
dude?
low.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
ridiculous, man.
do 'em both.
I
See if you
literally,
can
it's
get
so
them
hard
both.
to stream on
I
here
can't
right
even
now.
get above, like, it's just constant. It's just not gonna stop.
925 to PTS.
Make sure
I
they
send
don't.
screenshots to
Yeah,
somebody.
that chat
Make
is
sure
like...
they don't
Well,
like
well, I can give you the recording. Just don't worry about it.
No, trust me, they're getting permanent.
You could just look at my stream, dude.
Alright.
925 to PTS.
Go ahead.
Whenever I turn on my sirens, it just activates
For
the
viewers.
siren. I
And
don't
why
know
do
why it's doing
viewers
that.
only appear when stupid shit happens
You
on the
guys are in Los
server?
Angeles, correct?
That's freaking nuts.
Negative
We
left.
we are right on the end of Bantam Canyon and
Welcome to
Richmond.
the stream, everyone who's joined, though.
Terrible.
I still
names
appreciate you
on this,
guys.
sir. I know the whole map. I just don't know the words.
We don't need. We just 28. Oh, I'm sorry. Who's that?
The two Max T, Garrett L, are both at the
It doesn't matter where they are. Low. Don't go up to them. Just
I'm not.
do the
I'm-
permaban from wherever you
I know.
spawn, please.
As long
Alright, I
as
just
they
pinged one
approve
of you
of it, that's
guys.
fine.
so
I'm
I can
stuck.
get-
Love server.
There you
Trust
go,
me, they're
buddy.
getting permaban. I'm sorry that you guys
I
had to
have
wait this
both
long.
of them dragged.
No, do not drag them. Do not drag them.
Don't leave.
M4.
I don't want them to get spooked and leave.
They're not leaving, they're just...
Sorry that it took this long for a staff member.
No, just thank you, because the other staff members are just being useless. They're just telling
Well,
me
I
what not
applied
to
for
say.
staff, but the
Yeah.
application process is very long apparently.
Yeah, it
so
is. You guys, you have to wait for a staff drive.
I have no idea what that means, but okay.
They'll make an announcement.
Okay,
that we're
White, are
hiring.
you in the
Garrett
convoy
does
somewhere?
The last ID is
Negative,
19,
I'm on
by
my
the
way, Ren.
Okay, just get out of your car and give me your ID and I'll teleport you.
Alright, what are the names?
Garrett.
My ID is gonna be
there you go.
It's
29.
ID 19 is Garrett, right?
Someone banned him.
Yeah, he's been banned.
Oh shit. What's the other one?
I think that's it.
I think
I did
someone
ban
was
him
in here
already.
banning.
Lo, I'd stay in here for a minute just to make sure that it's taken care of fully.
Yeah,
Oh,
17 and 19 are banned.
I see 4 Tauruses here. Which cadet is not in here?
That would be me. I just spawned back in.
Okay, what's your game? What's your game tag? Your I.
How do I check that?
Above your head.
What's your name in game?
Should be Punk 3 Gaming.
3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3 Gaming. 3
I'll just type in chat.
35.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, White. What's your name in the game? White. White. I'm gonna ask you once more, and then I'm gonna continue the convoy.
No, I'm at the gas station right now. It's J White.
Oh,
It's
okay. All right.
912.J White. J.
All
White.
right. In that case, everybody, we're gonna be continuing the convoy momentarily.
Where you guys at?
We're at the gas station in Richmond Glen. If you need me to teleport you, I will.
I can teleport to you. Don't worry.
What's your name in game?
I'm a moderator. I can teleport to you. Don't worry.
All right,
Alrighty.
everybody, let's go code 3, and we're gonna continue.
PTS is in effect.
Remain that car link space. There's a big gap. Fill it. You should remain a car length so you wouldn't crash into each other. Keep control of your vehicle. I want to hear those siren blimps and horns. Car link space. There's a gap here. Alright, y'all looking good now. Sorry, Williams.
All right, everybody, let's go into zigzag. You still want to be only a car length or so apart.
Don't get closer, don't get further.
Guy in the back. Bring it up.
All right, single file. Let's go into zigzag again.
At that stop sign or stop light, y'all should be bumping your sirens. I'm barely hearing any of that. There you go.
All right, single file. We're going to be going right. All right, we're going to be slowing down around this curve and then making a sharp.
$591 PTS.
Go ahead.
You want me to just stay here and watch over you guys just in case?
You can if you want to. It
Yeah, I
seems like
got
it's
you.
under control now, but
I'd hate to leave and find out that something happens because I know there's not going to be a staff member to get on.
I appreciate it for sure.
No problem. I was a little pissed. Not at you guys, just at the staff members because I woke up to a bunch of pinging.
Go down to code 2. Gonna be making a right turn. Sorry, I turned too early. We're gonna be making a left turn, then a U. Alright, let me have a single file line behind me. So let's go down to code 1.
Perfect. Okay, gentlemen. What we're about to do is a pit maneuver. Can anybody tell me what that means?
925 to PTS.
Go ahead, 925.
A pit maneuver would be a one motion where you rear end the suspect's car in an attempt to stop.
Not rear end them. That's a different term.
You 807 PTS?
Does anybody know what the acronym means?
No.
I do.
Okay, what?
Use PTS. Does anyone know what PIT stands for?
Anyone at all? A guess. A wild guess. Okay, that's fine. So it
807 PTS.
This one too.
807. Go ahead.
To set against, right?
To do what?
To set against, like to like pit means like like to set against someone else, right? Someone else's car or something like that, right?
Okay, so the actual acronym for PIT is a pursuit
Precision.
intervention technique. So PIT means pursuit intervention technique. We'll actually go over what that entails here coming up in just a second. So if everybody wants to get out of their cars, if I could have one of you in a civ vehicle so I can position my vehicle.
Just use mic charger.
Alright. So, pull up a little bit more. When you are hitting somebody, you're going to be placing your ram bar, y'all can, in the back right tire well of their vehicle. So, that way, when we're going 60 plus miles an hour, this is going to then spin their car toward the right side of the road, off the road, or even still on the road, either way, but it is going to spin it in the direction that you hit them. So if you pit them on the right side, someone take care of that truck.
Howdy, fellas. How you guys doing?
Leave right now. We're doing a training.
Yes, sir. I'm moving. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm not fucking deaf. Back the fuck up.
Alright, go.
Alright.
Sorry, guys, I
So
was taking care of
when
that
you
over
pit
there.
somebody, you pit them to the side you want them to go. So if you want them to go towards the right, you pit them on the right side or the passenger side. If you want them to go towards the left, you pit them on that side. We do not want them to go to the left because in most cases that sends them into oncoming traffic. We do not want to send their car into oncoming traffic because there is oncoming traffic there. What we're going to do is we're going to pit on the right side or the passenger side and turn them away from oncoming traffic to where they can be secured in an area that is not going to hurt any other civilians. And this is all going at about 60, and you're going to hit their back right tire well. You don't want to hit their bumper. You don't want to hit the middle of the door. You want to hit this tire well because at that point their car is going to spin out and then go in that direction.
Go now.
All right, you're getting banned.
I got him. I got him. I got him. I got him. 39.
Permaban.
39. Permaban that guy. Yeah, 39.
Okay,
There, you can't leave now, you guys.
We also need a revive on.
He was also one that spammed the chat.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thanks, love. Glad you stayed.
He's out. You guys are good.
Alright. So that demonstration says enough. I have my bumper or my ram bar at their back tire well and hit them at 60. You want to be 60 plus because the momentum of your vehicles will do the job. If you're going below that, it'll be slow, sluggish, and it might not work. So
if you are below 50, you physically will not be able to pit them. GTA physics just work like that. You have to be going over 50. Ideally, you want to be going between 60 and 100.
So, there are a few callouts you'll going through. So your 1080 callouts is basically the same as a 1011. So you'll say your call sign to dispatch. Show me on a 1080 on runway 1 with a black in color charger, 1 times occupant, additional 32s requested. You always want backup when you're in a 1080, no matter if it's 1 person in the vehicle or 5. You always want backup because at that point it's a priority call and you need backup for that. So you'll definitely call out for additionals, but it'll kind of be the same that a 1011 call out would be. And you'll periodically keep up your location because roads change, roads interject, and they turn off this road and go onto that road. So you'll want to make sure that you know what roads you're on and update dispatch on your location. So if you go from East Joshua to Panorama, you'll want to update dispatch or update people in RTO. We are now on Panorama Drive going northwest in direction or whatever. You just want to keep up your location so people who need to attach and give backup to you know where you're at and can do that. So with that being said, this call out is going to be already in your 1080. So you're on a 1080, you're needing to stop somebody from running, you're needing to perform a pit. You'll be going and you'll call out to dispatch for permission to pit. They'll ask for weather and traffic. Then from that point on, you'll view the weather. Okay, it's a clear night. So you'll say clear. Then traffic is also clear. So for the demonstration, it's going to be clear and clear. If there is traffic in real life or in the real scenario you're in, you'll give that information. Okay, we have mild traffic or heavy traffic. And if it's storming, you'll say heavy rain or heavy weather. That way dispatch knows whether to give you permission or not. You might be given a timer and then you'll wait for them to give you permission and then you go then. For our demonstration, we're going to have the go ahead to pit automatically and then we'll do that. So if you all want to get in your vehicles and then go to spectate me, another kind of rule of thumb, if you're in a smaller sedan / just car variant and you're chasing an SUV, it's going to be very, very difficult, nearly impossible to pit them because they have more weight than you do. You're not going to be able to throw around a vehicle that weighs a ton heavier than your car. So you're definitely going to want to keep in mind that if there is a heavier vehicle, such as a SUV, a bus, a van, something of that nature, you're going to want to get a heavier unit, somebody in a SUV or Tahoe or Explorer to perform the pit for you, because you'll literally just be banging car against car at that point, and that does nothing. But bigger vehicles can obviously pit smaller ones, so that's what we're going to do. If you all want to spectate me, you'll go into the F1 menu, go to online players, and scroll down until you see my name. I am the 17th player on the list. I have a pretty long name, so you should be able to find me. And you'll click on my name and then go to spectate player. To exit spectating, you do the same exact thing, and it'll cancel you spectating. Alright, so everyone's spectating at this point?
Yep. 10-4.
Perfect. Alright.
900 and 923, are you spectating? 900,
10-4.
D right.
Yes, sir.
Are you spectating him?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
All right. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead. William, say if you want to. Zero 08 to dispatch. Someone.
Go for dispatch.
Permission to pit.
While they're in traffic,
Clear and clear.
go for pit.
10 for attempting pit. Pit successful. Alright, so there are little things that I didn't describe. That's my bad. So when you're going in for, you'll say attempting pit. When you perform it, if you do it successfully and he spins out, you'll say pit successful in RTO. If not, then you'll say pit failed, and then you'll kind of restart and go from there.
Alex, can you line up on me?
Yeah.
To pit. Line up how you were with your back wheel.
925 to the PTS.
Back wheel.
No, you know what I mean.
Go for
Line
it.
up as if you're gonna pit me. Alright guys, you see this? See how he's pitting me?
925, go ahead.
Alright guys, you see how he's pitting me right now?
Wait, not there.
Notice this is a very shallow angle. His car is right next to my car. Notice how he's not like one lane over coming at me hard. I saw a lot of cadets in the last training make that mistake of going out wide and hitting the car as hard as you can. The idea is not to smash the car as hard as you can and kill the driver inside. Your goal is to push the back out, making the car lose traction and spin out. You're not trying to ram the car and hurt the suspect.
So y'all saw the proper way to do it. The wrong way to do it, hold up, Williamson. So we're going, even if we're keep going forward, I'm catching up. So, all right, I'm going for the pit. Slow down a little bit. I'm going for the pit. Okay, so I see him, and I'm trying to line up, right? And, oh, I'm going for the pit. Yeet. You do not just, like, wreck into them and, like, hit the side of their vehicle or hit their back bumper like that. I've seen it too many times. It's a planned movement. It's not something out of control. You don't swing out to the right and swing back in left and hit them. It's a planned and decisive movement, like Williamson was saying, where you place your car there and you're going 70, so the momentum you're putting on them is going to spin them out because the tail end's just going to back out and they're going to spin. So,
Alex, would you mind lining up one more time so I can show what to do and what not to do? I'll pit you this time.
Yeah.
I think I can pit the Tahoe.
You can? Okay.
I think so.
We'll try it.
Alright, just go and keep yourself at like 60.
Are you guys okay with me making it daytime, or do you want it nighttime?
Yes, daytime would be easier, please, so we don't have as much light glare from the early. Alright, you guys see how I'm gonna approach him next to. Now here's he's gonna go again, and I'm gonna show you the wrong way to do it that I've seen a lot of cadets.
I spun 3 times.
And I got ejected from my car and killed.
Yep, that's why you don't do that. And that's why you wear your seatbelt, kids.
What's your ID?
25.
925 to PTS.
Go ahead.
In case there isn't a dispatch, who would be asking for permission to pit?
So, if there's no dispatch, it would be the highest ranking officer. Whether that's a deputy 2 who's in the Discord, that's the higher ranking officer, or it's a corporal from CPD. Because most likely they're going to be in the call out with you as well. So, no matter what their rank, if they're higher than you, just go off their instruction with the call outs. You do want to make sure you're asking for permission though, because I've been in 1080s where people don't even ask in RTO and they just do a pit. Like, don't do that, because if nobody else knows that you're doing this pit, they're not going to be prepared for what's about to come. Usually what happens after a pit, they either continue to run in their vehicle, get out and run, or get out and start shooting. Those 3 chances. They either keep running in their vehicle, they get out and run, or they get out and start shooting you. So after a pit, you have to be quick to react, and your teammates need to be quick to react. And if you're not calling out that you're doing a pit, they're not going to be able to quick react to that situation. So you want to make sure that you have everybody informed with what you're doing.
10-4, thank you.
So what we're going to do, we currently have 6 people. The first 3, you are going to follow me. Or we have 5, never mind. Because Williamson was in the... Alright, so I'll take 3. The other line has 2. So the first 3 people in line follow me. So you all know how to do it. Now we're going to perform them on these airstrips. So whoever is in the airstrip I'm not, just go through, perform the pits with them, take notes, and
All right.
we'll do that.
Okay, number 15. You are Nate. Who's Nate? Who is Nate? Number 15.
That is
923. Okay, got it.
Take
Note
notes for
taker,
you.
you got this. 923.
Okay. Okay, line up on me.
Everyone here, line up on him.
Not
All
the
right,
purple.
on your code 3, I'll take off.
On the purple vehicle right there. Not me.
923 to dispatch.
Go ahead,
923 to
dispatch.
Showing me an active 1080 with a black
I didn't
four-door
think about the
Dodge.
communication part of this.
He can just say it in game because I'll just
Copy
be driving
that.
right next
All
to
right,
him.
so just
Show you.
say in game. Hey, we're gonna talk in game if possible. If we have to, we'll set our voice chat setting to like 100 meters.
Yeah, I'm gonna set mine to 100.
Yeah, set yours to 100. Everyone set theirs to 100. Sorry about the change. But this way we'll be able to do them quicker.
Alright, who's this right here? First in line.
Me.
Yeah, what's your call sign?
What's your call sign?
807.
Okay, perfect. Once you turn your lights and sirens on, I'll go.
Dispatch.
Go for dispatch.
Requesting pit.
Weather and traffic.
Clear and clear.
Go for pit.
Attempting pit. Pit successful.
10-4. Good job.
Thank you.
Wait, what happened?
And
why are you coming? You don't need to follow us. Go back there.
Oh, okay. He started going, and I didn't know I wasn't supposed
No,
to.
no,
so
no. Y'all go
I'm
back.
sorry.
Y'all go back. Y'all go back.
Did I do alright?
Yeah,
did
you did
great.
good. Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
Mhm.
You want me to go back or?
Yeah, you'll go back and be off to the side.
Okay, thank you.
Trying to race, bro? Oh, GG. Car's
Clown
totaled.
emoji. Clown emoji.
Alright. Next in line.
That's me.
Whoa,
They're
why'd I get moved?
doing pit.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah, you got a lot of people leaving your training.
No, he's pulling them into leadership to talk to them, to do dispatch with them in there instead. That's fine. Alright, so we'll do dispatch in here. Big rip.
Oh.
It's fine, it's fine.
Williamson dragged me into another chat.
No. Alright, so we'll do dispatch in here now that they are in the other section. So next in line, if you want to chase me down.
925 to dispatch.
Go for dispatch.
I was live.
It's good. Thanks for asking, bud.
You're welcome. I I can't believe I did it on my first try last training. It took me 2 tries.
I'm gonna see if I can get it first try. I've done like 2 pits, but like I don't think they've ever been like really good pits. Because I've tried to pit like SUVs and trucks.
Just make sure to get it from your
And the rear window or door
the rear,
wheel well.
the rear tire, and make
Yeah,
sure
the rear wheel well.
make sure to hit the tire with your front thingamajig.
All right.
You know,
the ram bar.
Yeah, the ram bar. Yeah, exactly. Took me a bit to learn how to do it. Exactly. You know.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of you too.
Thank you. I appreciate the proudness.
That may change whether or not you fail.
I won't let you down like I did my dad.
You're right. You better not let down your grandpa, sonny boy. What? You didn't like that?
No, I'm just trying to find my phone charger. Sorry.
Everyone likes grandpa's impression of grandpa.
Is there anybody who hasn't gone yet?
We got one more.
Okay, number 11. I'll go with you.
Oh wait, am I using dispatch in game or
Or were you?
am I using dispatch in game or in
Joe,
RTO?
can you come over to the other highway?
10-4.
Okay.
Oh, you guys got this one?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright.
Try, boys. Let's see.
Take notes.
Thank you, left things. I appreciate it. Thank you for saying I did good. It means a lot. Hey, Random Mega Wolf. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you showing up. Oh my god. I've been here for 2 hours and 47 minutes. Oh my lord. Longest training I've ever had. Damn, this training's been going on for 2 hours and 47 minutes. It's the longest training I've had in a long time.
I failed my first pit, then I got the second one right.
Nice.
I was gonna say, I didn't hear anything on that one.
They're in a different channel.
Alright.
I kind of panicked on the first pit.
Well, that happens. I've done this training 3 times, so you know.
It's my first time.
I should know better.
I literally just got accepted today. Everything just happened today, so I'm
That's
just like
awesome,
off
dude.
fast pacing.
Nice job.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. You made your grandpa proud. You can't say that's not good.
It was
That's
alright.
amazing,
I mean,
actually.
it was a successful pit, but like,
But no, I was talking about this. What's wrong with grandpa?
Savage, I'll race.
Yeah, I think you'll kick my butt.
I'll drive down the car. I'll drive the level for
You wanna try?
I'll put it in slow.
Alright, let's go.
I'll give you a head start.
Wait, is he trying to pit the flying admin?
no, he's racing the flying admin.
Oh lord. There's some entertainment right there. Grandpa likes to see that. Who won?
We don't
Who
gotta
won?
talk about that.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
So the admin won. I got it.
Wait, what happened to the other two? Where'd they go?
They're over there, I think.
Okay, that's everybody's done their training, yes? I mean, their pit.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. 10-4.
All right. If anybody wants to do extra practice with me on either 1011s or pit, follow me. I'm the one flashing my lights. Follow me over to runway 2. If anybody, which is the one closer to the ocean, if anybody does not want to do extra training, go over to runway.
Do you guys need anything else, Savage?
So if you want to do extra training, go over
Just
there.
to clarify, I'm the charger that's over closer to the ocean.
Wait,
If you want,
oh, wait, over
so
here.
I see one person behind me who wants to do extra training, right?
I would go, but my
Oh, it's
sister.
over there.
My sister's here, and I'm trying to see.
Reminder: if you're doing
You're
extra
good.
training,
That's
come
fine.
over to the runway on the left.
Go
All
to
right.
the guy with the flashing lights over there.
Wait. Which is extra training, which is not?
This
This
is
is
extra
extra
training.
training of it.
Oh, so
All right, so we're gonna handle this all.
Okay.
the
All right. I see 2 for extra training. So can you both say your names real quick?
Are we missing
913
one?
S Parkinson.
Okay.
925 David Bond.
Okay. So we are going. So the well, Alex, do you want to take it from here?
Yeah, so the process basically, if you're not doing the normal, or you're not doing the advanced, or not the advanced, just the more training with Williamson Jr., you can leave game, just stay in RTO, stay in this channel. Didn't somebody have to go?
I have to, but I can wait like another 20 minutes.
Okay, so yeah, we'll pull you in first and go over your training with you first.
Oh, you want to
so
raise?
But
No.
everybody who is not doing the additional training with Williamson, you can leave server. Just stay in this chat channel, and we'll pull you in and go over your training with you, and talk with you about what all you get. So, yeah, if you're not doing additional training, you can leave the server. If you are, you could stay in the server and wait, and then we'll go over everyone's information with them momentarily.
Can I just drive around?
Yeah, just don't do anything you aren't supposed to do.
Just stay
Is there
in the
another
airfield.
staff member in here? Because I definitely did not change that weather.
I don't know.
Sometimes the weather just changes by itself.
Yeah, well, someone changed it because I can't change it back right now. It's a 30-second wait
All
time.
right, so I'm gonna pull us out, and then we'll pull you in one by.
Alright, you guys have a good night. Welcome to the department. It's a nice department, honestly. They're held to very high standards.
Go get some sleep, dude. Sound like
Yeah. I was sleeping when I got called to the server.
Well, I'm not surprised. You're the only admin I've ever seen actually do the job.
Thanks. Who is this person down here? None of you are driving around along the outskirts, are you?
I almost hit someone.
Okay, let's see who that was.
That was me. I'm just driving around.
No, that was White. White, you can't be doing that.
I can't be.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, make sure you're not doing that.
No, I was on my way and I didn't know that gate opened. I thought it was like real GTA, so I just launched it.
Alright, yeah, just make sure you don't do that again. We are held to very high standards in these vehicles. So, like, if people see you doing that, they will report that right away.
No, I don't do that. I'm only doing that in training, so.
Yep.
Don't talk about it either. This car's too fast.
Yeah. What? Why are you driving that car to deputy too?
Oh, I heard from a higher up that I was able.
Sorry, what was that?
I heard from a higher up that I was able to.
Yeah, deputy twos are supposed to use the Explorer.
That's still hella fast.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, unless you heard from the higher up that you can use that, but Last I knew, we were supposed to use the Explorers. Are you a part of this training?
No, but I decided to join it anyways. I don't get promoted or anything. I just decided to join it for extra training.
Yeah.
You guys are killing me.
Who are you, by the way?
Do it.
Who are you?
Right.
Well, yeah, I can see your name, but I mean, are you in the training or
Yeah.
want to do some jumps?
No. Not really.
Damn it. Okay. Sorry for almost running you over a few minutes ago.
You're good.
Oh. Did you know if you can stick your hand out and break your window?
Yeah.
Problem I have, apparently.
What are you doing?
Sorry.
Oh.
Oh, you pit maneuver my ass, you white hole.
Damn it, I wanted to try to pit you.
Hey, Jenkins, how do you think you did tonight?
Oh, hi. Okay-ish?
Okay. What do you mean by okay-ish?
I mean, sort of okay at the beginning, not too great in the middle, but okay at the end.
Okay. Is there anything that stood out to you that you think you could work on to, like, improve?
Definitely remembering my call signs for the only thing I can really think of that I didn't do right was was when we were doing the 1011s. I forgot two of my call signs, but I fixed it. But I should remember those when I'm doing the 1011s.
For sure. Okay. So what I'm gonna do for you, I want you definitely to get a ride along in, um, and that way you can kind of see how a more experienced officer handles situations, and you can ask them tons of questions and pick their brain and really see why and how they do things. I am going to be promoting you up to Deputy 1 tonight. Um, I just do want you to get a ride along in. So ask anyone that isn't it corporal and up, correct?
Corporal plus.
Corporal plus. Do what?
I thought it was sergeant.
No.
No.
It is. Yeah, it's corporal plus. So make sure you ask somebody corporal and up for a ride along, and that way you could get that in and kind of learn from them and really grab all that information.
Oh yeah, definitely. I will
yeah,
as soon
sure.
as I get back from my leave of absence that I'm taking in tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm
For sure.
I'm going to the beach for 10 days. So you know.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah. So for sure, when you get back, I'd love for you to contact somebody and get them get on a ride along with them. So real quick, just filling you out on the roster. The new call sign is 674.
All right. I've had a plan to do a ride along with Hayden for so long now, but I kept forgetting.
You're good. Yeah. Once you get back from your LOA, make sure you get one of those in. That way you can.
Sir, Jay White with the
6,
Carolina
7,
Sheriff's Office. No one stopping you tonight.
Oh, sorry. Let me go back up to it. The roster takes forever to navigate. 674.
Sir, can you hear me?
What are you doing?
Thank you.
Same.
No problem. So, yeah, mainly.
Who's
just
number
get in
7?
that ride
What?
along,
Who's 7?
I'm pulling you over because you have some front back
the
end
nicks
damage right there.
And
I don't think
the
your car's
things that
roadworthy.
you got wrong should fall into place after some.
Oh, why didn't you
activity
move me
and
in?
Some more patrol.
Yeah. I thank you guys so much, though.
For sure.
Well, you have
no problem,
ID
man.
registration
Again,
on it?
like if you have any
Confirm that
questions,
this vehicle's roadworthy,
ask
legal.
a Dep 1 or Dep 2. If they don't know,
Make sure
just
you
follow
don't have
the
any
chain of
active warrants
command
on
up
you.
from there, and get the question answered. Or if anybody's in RTO, you could ask them too. But yeah, other than that, you're good to leave.
All right.
Oh, also Jenkins, since you're a Dep 1 now, you will need to make yourself a badge.
Yeah, I had a badge for probationary deputy, but I guess I'm gonna have to update that.
Alright, you're really quiet, I didn't hear that, but just make yourself a Dep 1 badge, and whenever you're on patrol, you...
Alright. Thank you.
No problem, have a good one.
Alright, you have a good night, dude. Thank you guys so much. I won't play the suck-up game, but I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, see you guys soon. Peace. Guys? I did it! I did it! Boys! 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 I got promoted to Deputy 1. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Boy! Oh yeah, boy! Alright, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't live stream, comment. I will see you guys next video. I mean, next stream. Peace out, boys and girls. And, see ya.